before they'll try. But I've already been in contact with like the Buckeye Institute and a few other firearms groups that have already filed suit against them.
I wondered. I read the article where it said that you're going to be a felon after this.
Yeah, it'll get overthrown in everything they do because they've already tried this before and it was ruled by the Supreme Court, both the state and federally, that was unconstitutional. Yeah. So I don't like, my thing is, you get these politicians that they know that it's going to get, but they're wasting all these tax dollars to fight it in legal fees, and it's just going to their buddies. So how is that not a crime?
So they interviewed, I heard an interview, or no, I'm sorry, in the article they interviewed LEPD Grange, it's over there on the west side.
Yeah.
Closer to Dublin. And so that's what they were saying. Basically, it's probably going to get tossed.
Yeah, it'll get tossed, but in the meantime, we've got to do it. So I got to find a 20-round mag. I think my dad has one.
You could probably buy one.
Yeah, probably, but I just still go walk around the state house with my gun. It's some stupid thing because 20 rounds versus 30 rounds. I mean, this is a standard magazine. They always want to say, "Oh, that's a high capacity magazine." Like, no, that's standard capacity. Yeah. If you buy an AR-15, 30 rounds is standard. When you go to the military, 30 rounds is standard. So all that other stuff.
When I've gone to range, I've used 10 and 20 because when you're prone out, it can be a little bit. 30 can be a little bit more
when you're laying down for different things. Yeah. Like we used to shoot some of your guns up at the shooting range when back when like Joe Mulvey, Don Miller, and all that used to work up there at our school and whatnot.
You talk about
it used to be New Albany shooting range, and then it was aim high. All the different things. But before the guy shot the shotgun through the wall, we were there when that happened. Yeah. But I had a 460 Smith & Wesson and a revolver. And they gave us free range time and bought it, and I forget, half the police officers came up and you guys bought one of your duty rifles and we shot that, and then everybody shot my 460 Magnum because they just couldn't believe how big of a handgun it was.
We used to do it up there after they closed, but there was complaints from the neighbors about you could still hear the rounds, so we quit using that place because I think we used to go up there around 10 o'clock and there was complaints from the neighbors. So
people come to cry about stupid shit. It ain't that loud.
And really, I don't know how loud it was, but it could have been that loud.
I mean, you know what a 460 Magnum is, big handgun. Oh yeah. When I'd bring that up there, everybody would stop and look down and be like, "What the? Are you guys shooting down there?" And it was fun. Still got it. It's a great thing to go hunting with.
Where do you shoot now?
I've got a couple places.
You ever go to Briar Rabbit or anything?
No, I haven't been up there yet. I've been up. There's a shooting range up north of Polaris. And then up by 229 at the Delaware-Marion line, there's an ODNR shooting range. Yeah. We go up there, and I've got a friend who's got a big farm up in Marion, 400 some acres. We go up there, and they don't dig up there. We got some tannerite we're gonna have some fun with.
Did you still buy tannerite?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I just got 3 pounds delivered last week or 2 weeks.
Did they give you? You have to go through any hoops or anything?
No. Ordered it right from the company, and I was surprised. Thank you. It's all good.
Did you get that a lot, or?
Yeah. Was that the world needs less people like me? Yeah, I get that all the time. So I say thank you, God bless.
I don't know.
Yeah, one or two of us. It don't matter. But no, that's the whole thing we get all the time. We get that. People, most of the time, people honk, wave, thumbs up. Yeah. They'll stop their car and want to talk and ask different questions about what we're doing out here and all that. But every now and then you get the woke people who scream stupid stuff at you and they don't know what's going on. So
we had shot tannerite. About 10 years ago, we used to shoot tannerite all the time, and I thought maybe I thought I'd heard that it was getting more difficult.
They tried, but recently in the last few years, the Supreme Court has kind of reversed all of that stupid stuff.
Oh, did they?
So it's going. California's law is about ready to go.
Did they say what? It's an explosive or something like that?
Well, it's a reactive, so it's not until you mix it, and then you have to hit it with something hard. You can't just light a fuse and it goes off, or you know what I mean? You got to really hit it with like a hammer or something. But
so how were they trying to outlaw?
Just same way the ATF they tried to make a rule or regulation against it, you know what I mean, like they always do. And then the Supreme Court's reversing all that. So California's law is about to go. New York's law went, and then they passed a new law that's about to go. New Jersey and Illinois, they're both under fire right now with the Supreme Court. Just depends on which Federal Circuit Court of Appeals you're looking at. It's like the 9th District. Judge Benitez is writing a thing. They're about ready. California's open weapon and high capacity magazine assault weapon ban's about to get overturned. So how we doing? Oh, another beautiful day out here. Getting a lot of attention today. What you doing, guy? Oh, it's going. Oh yeah, he loves it. It's my de-escalator. What you doing, fella? He don't like to stand still. That's what I'm saying. He likes to keep moving. He's almost 2, so he'll be 2 in May. So he likes to keep moving. When I stop and stand still, then he gets bored. Hey. Yeah, most people, they think he's either an American Eskimo or they think he's a mix of something else because they're like, palms aren't that big. I'm like, yeah, they are. That's a true Pomeranian. And the white throws them off because they're supposed to be either gold or black or a mix of, you know what I mean? Well, to get one that yet to white or to be an albino, you have to take gold parents of at least 5 generations. So you can't have a black one or anything else. It's got to be all gold, and you got to mix them. And then if you look at his ears, he's got a little bit of gold on his ears and his tail. He had gold parents, but he's an albino because there must have been more than 5 generations bred of. Yeah. So. Is he your first mom? Yeah. I used to have all coons and labs and hunting dogs, and as I got older, my sister's got Burmese mountain dogs, and it's kind of just like, you know what? I want a small dog. Yeah. So I had a friend in Miami. She had a Pomeranian, and it was just the happiest dog. Like just it was always full of life, happy. Even as it got older, it was still just a great. So I was like, all right, next time I get a dog. It was a goldish, the sable, that golden sable colored, that brownish. Yeah, the sable is what they call it. That. Oh, is she one? Oh, okay. Got to get the reactions of people. Oh yeah, there's always a few haters. That guy, he just gives weird looks. Most people are very supportive though. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Just out here having fun, enjoying it.
What's the dog's name?
Yeti.
Yeti. Like the cooler?
Yeah. Like the abominable snowman.
You like the abominable snowman?
Yeah.
Well, Yeti probably likes to walk.
He does like to walk. That's why I tell everybody, I said, take my dog and my AR-15 out for walks every day. Yeah. So. Yeah. And he's kind of a de-escalator. People see him and it comes down a little bit. You know what I mean? But yeah. I figured today we would get some sort of a reaction just because all the people that were looking when they were driving by.
I don't think it's widely known.
Well, that's why we're trying to get out here to get people to see that, you know. Yeah. If a criminal is going to be out here, they're going to try to conceal it till they get to their thing, or they're going to go to a gun-free zone, or they're going to go, you know what I mean, and then do their thing. They're not going to just be big flag and a dog and out here, you know. So we're just trying to destigmatize the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. So. Well, hopefully it doesn't. I don't know. I don't think you had any big incidents last time you did it.
No. You guys drove by once, and that was all I see. That's why I said this is. But then they sent out the letter. This is what I said. There's still 5 of them still circled around. You got one over there, one here.
Well, again,
beside you.
When
I got you. I'm just saying there's still 2 across the street, one back. You know, I pay attention. That's the whole thing. They teach you situational awareness. That's why even as I'm talking, I'm always kind of just looking around because you never know somebody's gonna try to come up behind you or whatnot.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're very well versed and trained.
Yeah. Yep. Well, sounds good. Well, you want to go ahead and walk?
Oh yeah, we're just going. We're gonna head back.
I thought I had met you a long time ago.
Yeah, probably. Like I said, I've been around. Other than about 5 years, I've been here in New Albany for about 35 years. So
yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah. Seen a lot. I remember last time I came back, spent a few years away, got on Hamilton Road and got lost. Just like, how the...
Yeah. Did you move out of the area or something?
Yeah, I went down to Miami for 3 years. And
you came back after, all that nice weather down there?
Yeah. It gets really hot down there and everything, and it's very expensive and dirty. Even though it's nice, it's still dirty.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I was down there, been down to Florida several times, but what I found it's always beautiful on the coast, and when you move inland, it just gets hot.
Exactly.
You don't get that,
hot, stagnant.
Get that breeze off the coast.
And it gets very, very dirty.
Yeah. Hello.
How we doing?
How are you doing?
Fantastic.
I prefer not to be filmed.
That's it.
I think I have that, right?
Well, ma'am, I'm sorry, but there's no expectation of privacy in public. You have to create your own. Anywhere in public, if my eyes can see it, I can record it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, public.
That's great. So I was wondering about the school safety zone.
Yeah.
So DeWine has that law about no need for a permit for concealed weapons. So there's no longer the law about you have to have a permit to have a concealed weapon in the school safety zone. But there still is a law about brandishing firearms within a school safety zone.
The school safety zone in 290101, which is the criminal section of the Ohio Vice Code, the school safety zone is defined as the buildings and the property. So the 1,000 foot that people talked about with the federal, so when we look at the most applicable law, let's say he went on school property, the most applicable law is in section 29 of the Ohio Vice Code. When you go to school safety zone, the definition, which the first section of every chapter is the definitions. And so when the Ohio Revised Code defines it as the buildings and the property.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you're carrying a concealed weapon, you can take it on the school property as long as it's locked in your car. Once you get out of your vehicle, it has to be secured if you go into a building or whatnot. But like if I was picking up my kids from the school, I could have my weapon on me in my automobile, pick up my kids, and then leave. The minute you step out of your vehicle or you go into a building, it has to be secured and locked up.
So
we're well versed in.
Oh, thanks. So why do you like to come out with your gun while school's getting out?
Well, it's not just so that school's getting out, but this is when the most people are out here right now, and it's to create a conversation and a dialogue that you have a constitutional right to arm yourself, whether you choose to exercise that right or not, but you have to argue your thing. And like I was explaining to the chief here, when school shootings happen, when mass shootings happen, unless there is somebody there with a gun, the officers are just usually for cleanup because they're 5 to 7 minutes out on their response time. Most mass shootings that are stopped by an armed citizen who's there at the moment that it happens and ends it within the first minute.
What do you say to those of us who think you might be a potential school shooter because of the unusual behavior of brandishing a weapon in Market Square?
It's not. Well, brandishing, if you look up the term, that would be it'd be in my hands and I'm pointing it around. This is legally carrying. The gun is slung. It is aimed at the ground. It's on safety, which you didn't know that or not, but this is a legal way to carry a firearm. So if I was somebody that was trying to break the law, I'd have a bag like you and I'd conceal it till I got to a gun-free zone, and then I'd pull it out.
Would fit in here.
You'd be surprised. They're small. They fit everywhere.
Oh, you have a bunch of guns.
So that's what I'm saying. They're small. They fit everywhere. So that's what I'm trying to say. Somebody who is carrying a gun isn't going to cause you problems. Matter of fact, this area is more safe having me around because if something happens, I'm going to react. I'm going to help them out and protect everybody around me, my family, my dog.
I think we're good for school safety. I think we have 3 school resource officers and plenty of officers on patrol.
Oh, so you don't need his help?
We didn't ask for it.
Oh, okay. So
I'm not saying that they necessarily need it or not, but in an area when they're busy or somewhere else and something goes down and I'm in the area or I happen to be right there, I'm the best first responder that's out there. If they're busy or tied up, or if they're 5-7 minutes away. You might not agree with it, but we do have the legal right to do it, and that's why we're out here expressing our rights.
Who is we?
Me and my dog.
Oh, your dog has strong opinions on gun laws?
Sure. He's my de-escalator.
What's he wearing?
Huh?
What's he got on?
It's a harness. It just has an American flag on it.
Dogs aren't allowed to dig holes here. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to keep moving, but we're sitting here having a conversation, so, See how he's a little bit antsy? He wants to go on a walk.
Well, it's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day.
All right. Well, thanks for talking to me today. So it sounds
Always. That's what we're out here for, is to create conversation and dialogue.
Parents are concerned about the safety of the children, but it sounds like the part you have wrong.
Well,
is the 1,000-foot safety zone.
the 1,000-foot is so in the Ohio Revised Code, Section 29 is the criminal section. So specifically talking about the firearm, which is probably the most applicable and closest thing to it. It says if you can't carry one of those school safety zones, there's a bunch of conditions that go along with that. There are exceptions. So when you look up school safety zones, the first section of every chapter is all definition. So if you go to 290101, the definition of school safety zones is the property of the building. Now I think 1,000-foot is coming from, there's a federal law that talks about commerce and things like that. Not the most applicable to this. So we have to follow our Ohio Revised Code.
So 29.
And see, out of respect,
29, chapter 29 is criminal code of the Ohio Revised Code. But 290101 is the first couple pages of that section gives you all the definitions. At the very end of those definitions, it has school safety zones. It's defined as the building and the property. So now later in chapter 29, there's drug offenses and there's some other offenses, mostly drugs. They do mention vicinity of a school, and they do mention distances from a school, but those aren't firearms-related laws, those are drug-related laws.
Okay.
So we've arrested people for drugs.
Open carry laws.
They're Ohio law.
Yeah.
So we also got with our city attorney to find out if there's anything else that we need to be aware of. He couldn't find anything either. He found the federal, which is not applicable to us. But there's nothing. The federal law is not applicable. It's basically, if you try to apply the federal one, the state law already defines school safety zone, and we have to follow that. So when you go to the section that we're talking about, it doesn't further define the school safety zone past the property line. Now there's some drug charges that do talk about going beyond the property line of the schools, but the firearms ones do not.
now see, out of respect, I don't go further than this, just because I know if I were, even though I have the legal right to walk into that park over there across from the school with my gun, I'm not trying to necessarily cause panic. I'm out here creating dialogue and whatnot. So out of respect, I stay in this area in downtown New Albany, and I don't walk right in front of the school.
Can I make a suggestion? I don't think you're from New Albany, right?
I'm from New Albany. I was born here.
Because this is where all the kids hang out after school, so you have panic because normally it's full of children.
No, I didn't see anybody necessarily panic. They all kind of looked and just walked and went on by.
Normally hang out and.
I think more parents and adults called the police and panicked than kids did. And if they would teach government and constitution rights in school like they did when I went to New Albany, we wouldn't be having this conversation, because kids would be educated and they would know.
The education is excellent. We're fifth in the state.
Just because you're fifth in the state and they have test scores, they still don't teach certain things in the schools anymore.
Oh, they've got that covered. But anyway, I have to go because I have children to.
Well, go. Well, have yourself a good day. Come on, Yeti. Come on, Bubby. Let's go. Come on, buddy. Let's not chase after the doggies. What are you doing, guy? All right.
I can't say here's Ohio law, and I'm not going to use the definition that Ohio provided. I'm going to use the federal definition. So I'm going to bypass that definition Ohio gave, and I'm going to go to federal. I can't do that. A prosecutor in Franklin County will say, no, you can't. For Ohio law, you can't bypass the definition of Ohio law.
start walking just because he's getting antsy. It was good talking to you.
Sounds good.
You have a good one. Come on, Yeti. Let's go.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, this doesn't suck.
Thank you, man. Come on, Bobby. Come on, Yeti. Oh, there you go. Come on, guy. Get out of there. What you doing, guy? Come on. Chill, guy. How you doing, guy? Come on, here. Get something to drink. Get something to drink? Come on. $64, he's scared to come talk to us, but he'll circle around. 64 again. Another one over here. What you doing? Just ran a red light. That Range Rover just ran a red light. That black Range Rover just ran a red light. I got it on camera.
What's that?
That black Range Rover just ran the red light. I got it on camera. That's why they were honking.
I didn't see it.
That's what I said. Are you guys more worried about a law-abiding citizen running around here than you are about?
We're just balancing that line that's right in between there.
Well, I mean, you got to watch things like that. He just almost caused an accident right in front of you.
I understand.
And you're more worried about a law-abiding citizen that just talked to your chief and everybody else and talked to all your lieutenants. You guys got the email. They put it on your staff thing for every day when you guys come out here. I'd be doing this all summer long.
And that's perfectly fine. When we get people that are called and that are alarmed.
Well, so that's when you have your dispatcher explain to them, we understand, we know, it's a constitutionally protected activity.
Right.
But it doesn't take 5 or 6 of you to watch me.
That I understand what you're saying.
You got 61, 3, 4, the chief, a lieutenant, 2 undercover. I mean, you got damn near everybody that's on duty right now.
And then we got more people still out there working the road.
I bet very few. You guys, only got. What do you guys have? 10 on shift?
Right now, more than that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because it used to be. I'm used to when you guys only had 3 cops.
We've exploded as a city.
I know. I've been here since.
Vastly improved.
I've been.
Vastly grown.
I was born here 40 years ago, so I've been around.
You've seen it from at the beginning to now.
Oh yeah.
That, so.
You don't even remember Colony Apartments, Cardinal, probably none of that.
No, I started here in 2016.
Yeah. So by then it was already a mess.
I've experienced quite the growth already,
but yeah, you got to watch. I got his license plate. If you want me to go back and get it for you.
Yeah, well, I had to see the violation myself.
Not when it's videotaped. What do you think you got city cameras for?
We don't run tickets off city cameras.
You can if it's a blatant violation. We don't do
that off city cameras.
Most certainly can. But yeah, that's what I was just saying, man. You gotta watch people doing that. They're more of a danger than me.
I understand that. I mean,
you know,
what you're saying.
So
we miss violations every day.
I know.
Every day.
I know. I'm just giving you shit because you guys are following me around. Especially 64. He's scared. Everybody else will police pull over and talk to me. 64. He's scared.
Is he?
Oh yeah. I tried to wave to him, not to him. He just rolls up his window and drives and parks across the way like at Market Street. He pulled over in front of that Hudson 70 as I was walking up 62.
Yeah.
And when I neared his car, he went around the corner and stopped in front of Starbucks. Then when I nodded to him again, he followed me into the parking lot over by the library. And then when I started to walk up to him, he went across the street over into where the townhomes are and then sat over there. And I walked up to the chief and talked to him and whoever the lady is in 63, and they were fine.
Yeah.
You seem to be fine. Most of you guys are all right. I've only had one, I guess, bad interaction with one of your cops, and he works at night, 3rd shift.
3rd shift? You remember who it was?
No. He almost dug himself into a pretty deep hole. I was out at Google working. I'm an electrician, and pretty much done.
Don't forget.
So leaving New Albany, got lots of calls today, man thing, but as you saw, the chief came out, officers came out, a bunch of them circled me and just kept watch, but they didn't try to violate rights and actually inform citizens that what we were doing was constitutionally protected, so at least they get a good mark for doing their job. I'll have everything. You guys have a good day. God bless.